8 steps to win a girl who rejected you back. Did you know that over 70% of couples who eventually get together experience some form of rejection in the early stages? But here's the thing most guys don't handle rejection the right way, and because of that, they never get a second chance. Source Psychology Today, 2022. If you've ever been turned down by a girl you really liked, that sinking feeling, it's frustrating, confusing, and honestly, it can mess with your confidence. But what if I told you that rejection doesn't have to be the end? That in fact, it could be the very thing that sets you on the path to becoming the kind of man she can't ignore. The truth is, attraction isn't just about first impressions, it's about who you become over time. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through 8 powerful steps that can completely shift the way you handle rejection, turn things around, and possibly even win her over in the process. And here's the best part, stick around till the end, because I'm going to share a bonus step that will change the way you approach women forever. Let's get into it. Welcome to Ema, your go-to channel for real relatable advice on navigating the complexities of love and relationships. Step 1. Don't take rejection seriously. Rejection isn't a personal attack. It's not a verdict on your worth as a man. It's just a mismatch at that moment. Maybe she wasn't in the right headspace. Maybe your timing was off, or maybe she didn't see the qualities in you yet. That would have made her say yes. Think about job interviews. The same company that rejects you today might hire you a year later when you've gained more experience, improved your skills, or simply when they're looking for someone like you. Dating works the same way. Just because she said no now doesn't mean the door is closed forever. Here's what separates high-value men from the rest. They don't crumble over rejection. They don't beg. They don't sulk, and they don't spiral into self-doubt. Instead, they see rejection as feedback, not failure. And here's something most guys don't realize. Women subconsciously test confidence. If a simple rejection shakes you to your core, it confirms to her that you're not emotionally strong enough. But if you handle it with grace, confidence, and zero desperation, she'll remember that. And that memory might just work in your favor. Later, step 2, be true to yourself. Here's something you need to understand. Women can spot a fake from a mile away if you pretend to be someone you're not. Just to impress her, you've already lost. And if by some chance she does fall for the ACT, what happens when you can't keep it up? Think about the guys who always seem to attract women. Effortlessly, they're not necessarily the best looking, the richest, or the most charming, but they own who they are, flaws and all, and that's what makes them attractive. Confidence isn't about having all the answers or trying to be the perfect man. It's about being comfortable in your own skin. You see, when you try too hard to be what you think she wants, you automatically lower your value. It signals that you don't believe you're enough. And trust me, if you don't believe it, she won't either. So instead of bending over backward to fit into her world, focus on becoming a better version of who you naturally are. Improve yourself for you, not for her. Because the moment you stop seeking approval and start owning your individuality, that's when you become genuinely attractive. Step 3, give yourself a fresh start. Rejection can either break you or build you. The choice is yours instead of obsessing over her, overanalyzing every word she said, or wondering what you could have done differently. Use this as motivation to level up in all areas of your life. The most attractive men aren't the ones chasing validation, they're the ones chasing growth. Think about it. What do women naturally gravitate toward men who are going somewhere in life? A guy who's taking care of his body, sharpening his skills, upgrading his style, and building financial security. That's the man who turns heads. You don't have to change who you are, but you do have to become a better version of yourself. Hit the gym, pick up a new skill, fix your posture, upgrade your wardrobe, start reading more, whatever it is. Commit to the process of self-improvement, because here's the truth. Rejection is a redirection. It's an opportunity to grow into the kind of man who doesn't chase women. Women chase him. And when you focus on your growth, something incredible happens. The same girl who rejected you might start seeing you in a completely different light. Step 4, examine your approach. Let's be honest, sometimes rejection has nothing to do with you as a person, but everything to do with how you approached her. So ask yourself, was it bad timing or was it something about your delivery? Maybe she had a lot going on in her life, or maybe she just wasn't emotionally available. But on the other hand, maybe the way you approached her killed the attraction before it even had a chance to grow. Think about it, if you came on too strong, she might have felt overwhelmed, like you were pushing too fast, before she had time to feel anything for you. If you were too passive, she might have put you in the friend zone without even realizing it. Women don't just reject men, they reject feelings. They don't naturally develop the best thing you can do. Now, reflect on how you approached her. Replay the conversation in your mind. But don't overthink it. Just be objective. And if you can't figure out where things went wrong, here's a game changer. Ask a female friend for honest feedback. You'd be surprised how a woman's perspective can reveal what you didn't see before. Before we proceed, if you find value in this video, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us grow and makes you an integral part of our journey, and we deeply appreciate your contribution. Now let's return to our discussion. Step 5, respect her. Despite the rejection, one of the biggest turn-off for women. A guy who gets bitter or resentful after rejection. You've probably seen it before, maybe even done it yourself. A guy approaches a woman. She politely declines, and suddenly his entire demeanor shifts. He goes from charming to cold. Or worse, he gets defensive, throws insults or acts like she just made the worst mistake of her life. Here's the thing that reaction doesn't make her regret. Rejecting you, it only confirms that she made the right decision. So don't be that guy. Respect her choice, no matter how much it stings women. Remember, the way you handle rejection, if you take it with grace, keep your interactions positive, and show that her decision doesn't shake your confidence. You leave a lasting impression, and that's powerful. Instead of reacting emotionally, say something as simple as "no worries, I respect that," then move on with the same energy you had before, because when a woman sees that rejection doesn't rattle you, that you're still composed, still confident, still you, she might start to wonder if she misjudged you, and that curiosity, it works in your favor. Step 6, learn to accept her decision. Here's a truth that most guys overlook. The moment you stop chasing is when you actually become more desirable. Think about it when someone tries too hard to sell you something. What happens? You start to doubt its value. But when something is exclusive in demand or not easily accessible, suddenly you want it more. This is the exact psychology that applies to attraction. Desperation repels, but confidence and detachment create curiosity. If a woman rejects you and you keep pushing texting or finding ways to prove yourself, you're doing the opposite of what works. Instead of making her reconsider, you're reinforcing the idea that saying no to you was the right choice. The most powerful move: acceptance. Acknowledge her decision, step back and focus on yourself. When she sees that you're not waiting around, that you're not bitter or desperate, something interesting happens. You become the one who got away. So, if she's ever going to reconsider, it won't be because you begged or convinced her. It'll be because she sees your value in a new way on her own, and that's when the dynamic shifts in your favor. Step 7, align your interests. We naturally connect with people who share our interests. It's not about forcing a connection, it's about building one organically. If she rejected you, it could be because she didn't feel that natural spark. But here's something most guys miss. Attraction isn't just about looks or confidence. It's also about compatibility. Shared experiences, mutual passions, and common ground create the kind of bond that makes someone want to be around you. So take a moment and ask yourself, What does she care about? If she's passionate about fitness, start working on your own health. Not to impress her, but because it's a valuable lifestyle change. If she's into music, explore different genres and appreciate her taste. If she's ambitious, get serious about your own goals and self-improvement. But here's the catch, don't fake it. Women can tell when a guy is pretending to be interested in something just to win them over. That's not attractive, it's transparent. Instead, genuinely explore new interests that align with your personality and lifestyle. Because when you naturally start moving in the same circles, having conversations about things she's actually excited about, that's when attraction builds without force and without you even trying. Step 8, exercise patience. Sometimes a woman rejects you, not because she's not attracted to you, but because she's not in the right place, emotionally or mentally. That doesn't mean it's a forever. No, it just means not right now. Life is unpredictable. People go through phases, personal struggles and emotional transitions that affect how they view relationships. Maybe she's healing from a past breakup. Maybe she's contact the fastest way to make a woman feel your presence, eye contact period, when you maintain strong eye contact while speaking. It doesn't just show you're paying attention, it signals certainty. It tells her, I'm here, I see you, and I'm not afraid of this moment. Why does this work? Eye contact is deeply rooted in human connection. It's a way of expressing focus and intention without saying a word. It's about showing that you're engaged and that you value the interaction. The strongest connections often happen when two people just look at each other, acknowledging the moment. Think about the most charismatic people you've met. They look you in the eye, listen intently, and make you feel like you're the only person in the room. That's the effect you want. When you look at her directly without looking away too soon, it's a clear signal that you're present, confident, and truly engaged. A great practical tip to make the most of this use: the look, hold, smile method. Look at her hold, eye contact for just a second longer than usual, and then give a subtle smirk. This small shift will make a big difference in how she perceives your presence. It adds a layer of intrigue and shows that you're in control, but still approachable. 5, active listening. Most guys listen to respond, but if you want to stand out, listen to understand. Here's the difference. Active listening isn't just about hearing her words, it's about paying attention to the meaning behind them. When you truly listen, you engage with what she's saying, asking follow-up questions and remembering small details. You show her that what she says matters. And trust me, that's more attractive than any physical trait or six-pack abs. When you actively listen, you create a deeper connection. You're not just waiting for your turn to talk, you're engaged in a real conversation, which is what builds attraction. Let's say she tells you she loves old school R&B. Instead of simply nodding along, you ask, okay, but are we talking Boys to Men or early Usher? That small detail makes her feel seen. It shows her you care about what she likes and you're genuinely invested in getting to know her. This is a game changer. People don't remember what you look